6 has been out for a week now, but I just wanted to talk about it because a lot of drama and a lot of issues emerged from this episode. Well, first of all, I'm just going to talk about the episode as a whole and what I thought about it, and then I'm going to go ahead and address all the controversy that came out of it. This episode was absolutely amazing. Like, the animation was top-notch, and Hinata looked beautiful, even when she was dripping blood. Like, she looked amazing. This is just a question. Did you guys think that it was just a coincidence that they went all out in terms of animation for this episode? I mean, because the rest of the pain arc has been pretty crappy. Like, the animation has been really sloppy. Two favorite parts in this episode. The first one is where Hinata is like so beat up, and she's bleeding, and she's tired, and she's shattered, and she's trying her best to get to Naruto, but at the same time her body is so weak that all she could do is crawl. And then you see this amazingly beautiful and elaborated shot where both of them are on the ground and their arms are outstretched. In terms of symbolism, that shot was just like completely over the top. Like, first of all, you see the contrast between their outfits, you know, Naruto in the red, Hinata in the blue. And then you also come to this understanding that they're both suffering, you know, and they're both suffering because of pain. As if confessing her love wasn't enough, they decided to add something else. Hinata makes her way towards Naruto, puts her hands on the rod that is nailed to Naruto's hands, and Pain asks her, "Why do you fight knowing that you're weak and that you're going to die?" And Hinata's response was epic. It was freaking epic. Alright, so now to address the whole debate that came out of the episode. Alright, first of all, let's just get one thing straight. It is human nature, and it's actually also animal nature, that when an individual feels threatened by something, he or she defends against it. That's just common sense. If you feel threatened, you defend. And sometimes the best defense is the best offense. As soon as the episode came out, some NaruSaku fans started going on the offensive and started saying that, you know, it was filler, that it was bullcrap because it was filler, yada yada yada. And that was the only argument I saw, to be honest. Like, that was filler, that was filler, that was filler. And so here's my response to that argument. I'll just give you an example of what that argument reminded me of. I'm a Harry Potter fan, and usually a couple of friends and I get together sometimes and we go to the midnight showings. Like, whenever there's like a new movie, we go to the midnight showing. And for some reason, there's always this person that during the movie or after the movie says, "Yeah, you know what, that part wasn't in the book." Does that mean it's a good movie? Does that mean it's a bad movie? First of all, if you say that the film is a bad movie because it had things that weren't in a book, that argument is invalid. That doesn't make it a bad movie. That just makes it a bad adaptation. Anime and manga are two completely different mediums. And sure, the anime should be based on the manga, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be exactly the same. I enjoyed the episode because I didn't watch it through a lens that was dividing filler versus canon. I just saw the episode as a whole. And I would ask, just be honest with yourself, alright? Don't say it was a bad episode because it was filler. Just be honest and say, you know what, I felt really uncomfortable watching the episode, and I didn't like it because it went against the couple I support. By the way, if you complained about 166 having filler, and you didn't complain about 167 having filler, I mean, you're a hypocrite. And it just shows how biased you are. And just to show you like another contradiction in the argument that it was filler, there were people saying it was bull crap, it was shit, you know, the episode sucked, yada yada yada. And then they were also saying, oh, but wait a minute, don't get me wrong, I laughed my ass off when Pain sent Hinata flying through the air. That was filler too. So I guess it's okay to like filler as long as it gives you an opportunity to bash or laugh at a character that you don't really like. And that just shows the bias. So those are my final thoughts, you know. Episode 166, love it, hate it. I personally consider it one of the top 5 episodes of the series. I know a lot of you have already told me your opinions, but if you want, you could restate them. And if you wanted to add something to this discussion, I would really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. See you later.